Jordan B. Peterson on YouTube has 7.96 million subscribers. Matt Walsh has 2.87 million subscribers. Brett Cooper has 4.15 million subscribers. Guess what Candace Owen has? 1.61 million subscribers. You can roll with the white people for long and not have problem. Read my lips and mark this what I say. The black people are going to turn on Candace Owen very soon, and they are going to remind her of the issue of Daily Wire. Candace Owen has been a loud voice in the Daily Wire. Does not necessarily mean that she has been successful in Daily Wire. Oh, thank God, Candace Owen is back. Welcome to the Man of Thought. I want to give a thought regarding the subject of Candace Owen. So many Western people who follow Candace Owen have been upset that she's been fired from Daily Wire. A lot of controversies, a lot of controversial subject has popped up, and people were like, most people are interested in what is the purpose. Was it because she made an anti-Semitic comment regarding the fact that she said Jesus is king, and that is the reason why Daily Wire would have had any intention to fire Candace Owen? If you believe in this narrative that is being pushed out to us today, that the Daily Wire actually fired Candace Owen because she made anti-Semitic, saying that Jesus is a king, how could that be so offensive that would make Ben Shapiro have the intentions to fire Candace Owen? I want to bring in a little bit of perspective to this, and basically because as an African man, we see things through a spiritual, physical, and biological standpoint, more or less like the Western people who try to see everything through logic. Now, it doesn't mean we know more than them. It is just because we are more of the spiritual inclined, we can see things far beyond most of the things that Westerns can see. The problem of an African man is when they lost their culture and tradition. That is when Africa or Nigeria or any country in Africa, that is where our problem started from, due to slavery. When it comes to the aspect of Candace Owen tends to be a black woman in the midst of the Jews, a black woman in the midst of the white. And this has always role-played every single time, that anytime you find a black person in the midst of the white people, at some point, and they are doing things that are very successful, at some point the black person is going to have big issues. You can roll with the white people for long and not have problem. Candace Owen always believed that she is white, that she is part of white, and she believes that culture, tradition, racism has nothing to do with business. As long as you are intelligent, as long as you're brilliant, as long as you know what you're doing. But that is really far from the truth. When you see chickens move together, they move with their kind. When you see birds fly together, maybe when they are flying, blackbirds, they fly together. When you see the white doves fly, they fly together. This is simply because for the aspect of color, there is an importance for us to understand that we see in the 3-dimension. That's why they call it 3D. And because we see in the 3-dimension, we choose what we see and we want to emulate what actually is suitable to our kind. Now, where am I actually going? Some people think that it is racism. Some people think it is because of anti-Semitic comment. I think that it has something to do with the biology of Candace Owen. I think it has a lot to do with our approach as a woman. I think it has to do with race. And I think it has to do with the success she has been able to achieve. Candace Owen has been a loud voice in the Daily Wire, but does not necessarily mean that she has been successful in Daily Wire. Let us look at the statistics to prove this. There are 4 kinds of people we would say they are the major people who make Daily Wire what it is. And I'm going to exclude Ben Shapiro. One of it is Jordan B. Peterson. The second is Brett Cooper. The third one is Matt Walsh. And the fourth person is Candace Owen herself. Now, if you think that Candace Owen is more successful than every other person and she is a big voice, I want us to look at the statistics of her subscribers. And now you're going to say, what has that got to do? It has a lot to do. Candace Owen Let us start with Jordan B. Peterson. Jordan B. Peterson on YouTube has 7.96 million subscribers. Matt Walsh has 2.87 million subscribers. Brett Cooper has 4.15 million subscribers. Guess what Candace Owens has? 1.61 million subscribers. She has the lowest. She had to go. She is a black woman. It's part of, you might call it racism. You might not agree that it's racism, but one thing that I can always put out is this. If Candace Owens actually has a voice to speak as a black woman and she wants to be strong in a place as a woman, remember, she's not as young as Brett Cooper. She is black. When you add all this together, and then she makes statements that looks a little bit offensive to her boss, Ben Shapiro, who could not control and direct her and tell her that there are certain things that you can do. If it is a man, he wants to divorce the woman who he can't control. Now, when it comes to the aspect of the color, the white would want to take out the black. I would not say necessarily this is what happens, and this is the reason why Candace Owens has been fired. But I would say, most likely, this is part of the reasons. Now, why can't Ben Shapiro fire Brett Cooper, for example? It doesn't make any logical sense because, number one, she's a very young female. She's a little bit feminine. Candace Owen speaks like she's feminine, but Candace Owen is actually masculine. There's a side of masculinity in Candace Owens, despite the fact that she believes in traditional marriage and the rest of it. Fine for her. Despite the fact she believes in Christianity and she practices it, it's fine for her. But it doesn't remove the fact that when a man sits with Candace Owens, she speaks from the masculine perspective. And when you are older as a woman, you are black as a person in the midst of the white, they always want to find a reason to take you off and let you know that you are not part of them. Now, will her voice become bigger? In my opinion, I think that from this moment forward, I don't see Candace Owen doing too many big things. She has to. Number one, my reasons is because she's a mother. Two, people are going to support her right now just because she's off from the Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire project. She's going to have a lot of support. But trust me, the way black people do, after a period of time, they are going to turn on Candace Owen. Read my lips and mark this what I say. The black people are going to turn on Candace Owen very soon, and they are going to remind her of the issue of Daily Wire. So, is there anything Candace Owen can do about this? There should be something she can do about it. She has to rethink, she has to restructure. The only person who would have given her much support is a crazy guy, Kanye West. Yay! But unfortunately, people don't regard Kanye West anymore simply because of the way he treats his wife, Bianca. Is it Bianca Sensory? Yeah. His perspective, opening a corn industry, fooling the blacks with religion, turning against the church, and making racist comments. And in fact, everyone thinks that he's not mentally okay. Most people do, maybe not everyone. But I think that she would need to do a lot of thinking, which I am not the person who is going to debunk, or what she can do to remain very relevant. Because I think 1 or 2 years from now, Candace Owen would not be that relevant. And this has been one of the methods of the white. It's simply because when we blacks, we do not trust ourselves and we don't come together to do things, and she can uplift and bring in black people and work with more black people. If she wants to work with any black person right now, people are going to see that lapses, that it's because you are not being accepted by the white. Right now, you're seeking favor from the blacks. And she can continue with the project she does, just reading news and all of that. Brett Cooper is going to sweep her out very soon. Jordan Peterson is doing well on YouTube. And so, I pray for her as a black person, to a black woman, to a black race, that she's going to be successful. But we have to keep learning that things are not exactly the way we see them. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel, like, share. If you want to dislike, you can dislike. Just write something on the comments. Comment about what I've said. I know you're going to hate it. I know you are not going to like the fact that I say what I said, but if you want the truth, I just spill out the truth. Have a blessed day. Subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Adios, amigos.
When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they lock you in jail. They never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa. When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they lock you in jail. They never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa.